Yes, indeed. I can't control IG. I'm not the owner of IG. And so we're borrowing their platform to talk amongst friends. So I don't really control IG. I don't own the platform. So we got to play by their rules. Sometimes it won't let me click on. Sometimes, if you know, lately they've been, it's been dapping. Yo, Dawn, that picture I just like, you look like a movie star. You had that Tiffany blue. You looking like a movie. Dawn on that joint right there on that post. Dawn Florio, attorney at law. If you need an attorney, you in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, she's your girl. There we go. We back. We back. We back like we never left. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to end this week with a bang. And next week, the lineup, I got Monday through Thursday. Next week will be the biggest week we have ever had on the Fat Joe Show. By far, the biggest. Who's seen Khaled's video with Justin Bieber doing the Drake part? Avisa, and then they went in Visa, my girl, and then they went in. Boys ain't playing with you. So remember, DJ Khaled comes from the school of Fat Joe. The Wildcat Offense. That's the Wildcat Offense. He's unbreakable, unstoppable, till Allah takes him out of here. Same with Fat Joe. As long as you know I've been in your face, I'm not going to stop. And I appreciate you. I do it for you. That's the craziest thing. That I do it for you. And in everything I tell you hip-hop stories you never heard or whatever's going on. And I'm always trying to give you a gem, a special cloth. Pristine Jewelers ain't never gonna stop. Gentlemen, this is by far the biggest show in the game. I have none other than champion, 4-time champion, the Diesel, baby!
What's happening, Don Cartagena?
Yo, Shaq, man, what's up, baby?
Let me turn this TV down. What's happening, baby?
Let me tell you something, Shaq Diesel. We appreciate you on the Fat Joe Show. I was a little bit in my feelings, because I don't lie, this my people, because I said, how the hell, Shaq? You more my brother than anybody. And okay, I said, how the hell Shaquille O'Neal ain't on the big show yet?
Okay, but listen, I'm always tuning in, listening to those words of wisdom. Me and you go back to the late 80s. I don't like bothering you, Don Cartagena. I don't like bothering you. Me and you go back ever since you come to the house. You introduced me to Big Pun, right? Come on now.
No, Shaq, let me tell you. I always tell you this story in person. I'm going to tell you in front of everybody. We went down to work with Shaquille O'Neal in Orlando. Me and Big Pun. We had a limited budget in the hotel for whatever we wanted to eat. Me and Pun might have ate 10,000 shrimp cocktails and turkey and cheese sandwiches. And it was like years later, Shaq was like, I know about that $5,000 bill, that food bill y'all left in the hotel. Yo,
it was Shaq, all good. Man. It was all good. What's happening? Everything good?
Shaq, whether they like it or not, you are the only athlete that I know of thus far, because I predict Damian Lillard, he will catch a hit. I predict that, Fat Joe. But you are the only athlete I know who took hip-hop serious and went platinum. You even did songs with B.I.G. What was that like working with Biggie?
Well, not only Biggie, I think I have the best discography for a non-rapper ever. Before I answer the question, let me go down my list. Fat Joe, Big Pun, Snoop, Biggie, Nas, Jigga, DJ Quick, Snoop, Ice Cube, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones. Who else? Zero. Zero. Bun B. Houston. Scarface. Trade of Truth. So,
Jack, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you something. Timberland is in the check-in. Friend to the show, Timbo the King versus founder along with Switch. What was it like working with Biggie?
It was amazing. And let me tell you, working with Biggie was like the first time playing against Patrick Ewing. I'm terrified. So when I found out, I mean, because you remember when you and Pun came up, I already had my verse done, right?
Yeah.
So same thing. So they like, hey, Biggie want to do a song with you. So studio's in my house. I'm in there every night. I'm like, I got to get it tight because I can't let Big down. So I went over. I don't like it. So I went over. So Big came, and I was sweating bullets, and I played it. He's like, all right, big dog, that's tight. So you remember my studio, was attached to the house. So I gave Big a pen and a pad, and I said, hey, I'll be in the house. You on Little C's, y'all do what y'all do. You need something, just come in the house. He said, no, I'm ready to go. And, he went in there and one take, murdered it, right? But it was New York, you know what I mean? So I had to hit the button. I was like, Big. He was like, that's right, Shaq, kids, role model. And then he led the other verse. But when I tell you he took 5 minutes, bro, it was 5 minutes, and we was in the house, we was on the Sea-Doos. We was just hanging out, we was just talking, talking family and stuff.
My favorite Shaquille O'Neal song is My Biological Didn't Bother. And every now and then I go back, my father raised me, but every now and then I go back and look at that because it was such a deep song, and you had your stepdad, who you consider your real dad, riding with you in the Benz. And
remember that?
Why do you think that was so important to do, Shaq?
Because at the time, my biological father went on the Ricky Lake show without even hollering at me. So he went on the Ricky Lake show, and he was saying that, I'm your dad and all that. So I did the song, but I just reconciled with my real pop. He lives in the Brick City. I just went up to him, shook his hand, and said, listen, brother, I know how it is being a black man, being a married black man, going through some stuff. So I just told him, I said, I love you. I ain't mad at you. And, he would, first time I saw him, I had to wait a couple minutes. I was like, yo, man, where you at? He said, man, I got to walk 30 blocks. So as soon as I took him to the dealership, bought him a little Jeep. I said, hey, next time I come to Newark, and I say, come see me. So, from brother to brother, I just let him know, hey, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. He had some problems when, he was young. I understood that, and I still love.
I think it comes with age, man, when we just get mature, we just start to realize everybody got problems. With all this, Shaq, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, everything that's going on, I know they made you an honorary police officer.
I'm not honorary, brother. No, I'm not honorary. I went to the academy.
Oh, you went to the academy?
Yes, 3 of them, LAPD and the Florida Academy. So I'm the real deal. I was undercover until you just blew my cover.
Yo, stop, Shaq.
I was. Yes.
Yo, Shaq, so you see everything that's going on between the cops, going on with the black and brown community. What's your take on what's going on? Because I know you're so supportive of the police.
I remember it was a time where the police were neighborhood police, and the cops could walk through the neighborhood and just have a conversation with people. Now we're at such a distance that some things need to change. Some police policies need to change. The way they do things need to change. The way they talk to people need to change. You know, because it's different. Like I always tell cops right now, welcome to my life. And it's like, what do you mean by that? Everything you do now gets recorded, it gets put on social media, and you know, they coming at y'all like y'all are superstars. So you gotta make sure you do everything on point. But, you know, being a guy and being a black man, I listen, I understand, and you know, I feel for people. Like I hate watching those videos where, you know, people getting killed or, you know, getting shot. You know, it just hurts me. And that's why in the communities that I live in, I try to, you know, I try to be like, you know, really involved in the community. Like you live in Florida, so I'm big in Fort Lauderdale. My cousin is actually the sheriff there, Tony Scott. So he's the sheriff, and you know, he's going on
He's
record saying,
serious. I watch him on the news. I
yeah,
watch him. He's
yeah, that's what I'm
serious
saying.
too.
But I
I
mean,
didn't
but
know that was your cousin.
yes, yeah, first cousin. But you know, he's like serious with saying, okay, any bad cops that disrespect people, your ass is up out of here. So a friend of mine is running for sheriff here in Atlanta, where I live at, a little town called McDonough, Georgia. A guy by the name of, you know, Reginald Scandrick. We have a new DA here in Atlanta. That's why, like, if, you know, everybody just took care of their territory, I think the world would be better place. Like, you know, you got the Bronx and Miami, right? I got Brick City, I got Atlanta, I got Orlando, I got LA. So wherever I'm at, wherever the people see me at, I just try to be really into the community and, you know, just try to make sure, you know, everything is all about peace.
You know, I watched this interview with Robert Ory where he was talking about his son and how he had to tell his son if the police, because you know, obviously you, me, a lot of us live in good communities, you know, and our kids, they black, they Spanish, and they don't fit the part when they riding down the block in the mansion. If Shaquille O'Neal ain't in that car with him, you know, do you have these talks with your kids?
Yes, and it's similar to the talks that we had growing up in the projects. We have to teach them how to survive. You understand what I'm saying? Growing up in the projects, we knew the rules to survive. We knew the rules, what to say, who to talk to, who not to, you know, be around, how to survive. So I tell them, listen, man, because my kids ain't gonna have nothing in their car that's gonna take them to jail. And then, you know, I try to explain to them the law. I said, when you're dealing with police, and there's a criminal code and there's vehicle code. Vehicle code is a book this thick on why they can pull you over, cross the line, loud music. I said, just listen, be respectful, but the objective is to get home. And if they ever get out of line, just holler at me when you get home, and I'll be the one to go act crazy. Because if they lock me up, I guarantee you, Don Cartagena, I'll be out in 5 minutes. I'm telling you right now, man.
You have them working in Alaska?
Yeah, yeah, you know
Yo,
what I mean?
Shaq, let me tell you something crazy. And I love this guy. This guy's a good guy, Richard Jefferson. But crazy, you know, Scottie Pippen, man, he never goes at nobody. He never answers nobody back. He never this. But he felt offended by what, you know, Richard Jefferson said that, you
The
know,
problem,
Montetumbo, you know,
the
I mean, what do you
problem,
think about all that?
the problem with social media, in my opinion, is it gives people chance to say what they want to say. Now, on the real, Richard Jefferson or the other guy, they don't have G14 classification to be talking about Pippen, or LeBron, or anybody. So, you know, we come from an era where you got to stay in your lane. If you ain't no OG, don't be coming to holler at me like you're an OG. Like, you know, but social media, people say whatever they want to say. First of all, Richard Jefferson was totally wrong. Pippen is a great player, and Giannis and Pippen are two different players. Giannis is a guy that has the ball all the time. Pippen was a role player and a great role player. He was so great that Mike in the documentary said, I wouldn't have six without Pippen. And listen, everybody needs somebody. I'm the first to tell you, I ain't got four without Kobe giving me three and D-Wade giving me one in Miami. I'm going to just keep it real. Like, if I could have did it by myself, I would have did it by myself before I met Penny, before I met Kobe, or before I met D-Wade. But everybody needs somebody. But this is just guys just running their mouth. And, you know, but again, they don't have G14
You know,
classification.
I got a slight problem. Even though Richard Jefferson played, but I got a slight problem with certain commentators that didn't, and I'm talking about hip hop journalism and everything, that didn't really play the game, or wasn't really in them championships, or didn't make them hits like that, or didn't this, but really talk like their word is golden and whatever they say it is. And how do you feel about that, Shaq?
And that's the same problem I have all the time. Like I always ask people, how you know? How you know? I mean, I've been there, 6 times, won 4, 3 MVP. I think I know what I'm talking about. How do you know? But you have to, let people do their job. It makes good entertainment. Everybody has their different opinion and different perspective of how stuff should be done. But I feel the same way about it.
I feel that way as well. These playoffs are looking crazy, right?
They are, but I miss the real playoffs. I miss the stories where, like, for example, Miami would have been playing at the crib right now because they would have went up to Milwaukee, stole 2. Now they playing at the crib. Memorial Day weekend, Miami would have been Miami would have been on fire right now. Prime 112. You and
Prime
Khaled doing the
112, you
party.
couldn't
Come
go
on,
in it.
man.
It still ran packed, but it would have
Come
been
on,
lit.
man, boy. So I miss that, but it's kind
How
of fun.
hard is it? How do you think? Cause how hard is it for someone to play in an empty arena? To what it is, say LeBron at the Lakers, every celebrity there. But Toronto, without Drake on the sideline making noise, it's just totally different, right?
I think it's probably easier for the role players because the role players, they're under a lot of pressure, but with nobody there booing them or talking about them, they probably can concentrate a little more. But for a superstar like I was, I needed somebody to be there. I remember first time walking into Madison Square Garden, Halle Berry's on the baseline. I went to the bench and said, "Hey man, don't nobody motherfucking shoot.
Shaq,
Throw
did
that
you pick
motherfucker
up
on me
on your
every time."
shoulder?
Yeah. I
Shaq,
was
did you
like,
pick
hey.
up on your shoulder?
Yeah, no, but listen, but look, every time I scored, I would run by and look at her and giggle at her. So I was a guy that always needed that. I always needed my wife and kids. I just needed people talking trash. Like every time I miss a free throw, people laughing at me. I'm like, okay, watch what I do next time when I come down. But these guys are
Shaq,
playing
I'll
well.
tell you
It
one
looks
thing,
good.
right? And I'm gonna tell you, this is a Joker moment for the world. Here on the show, we call it a Joker moment when the world hears something they never heard before. And I hope I ain't crossing the line. You just stopped me, right? But I remember there was a rumor out there like that I was breaking up with my wife, and it was in all these little world stars or whatever this shit is. And I remember I got a phone call from you. I'll never forget where I was at. I was in my son's high school picking him up. And it was quiet, and you said, yo, man, bro, I don't know what's going on. Don't lose your wife. You said stay with your family. Stay with your family. The house gets lonely when you got a big-ass house and them kids, you don't hear them voices no more.
I remember.
And I appreciated that so much that you took the time out to call me and just tell me that. That meant a lot to me, Shaq.
I appreciate that, but Shaq isn't Shaq by itself. So let me tell you who Shaq is. Growing up, Shaq was you. Shaq was LL. Shaq was Big Daddy Kane. Shaq was Redman. Like, all y'all got me hyped up. Now when I get to the court, I'm Dr. J, I'm Kareem, I'm Ewan and all that. So you guys did so much for me. And the fact that when I asked you to be on my album, you didn't charge me. You came down, we had a good time. I considered you a friend. So when I saw you going through that, I had already went through that. I had messed up and lost my damn family, but out there acting crazy. And I lived that in Star Island. I had the biggest house on Star Island, but like you said, living in there by yourself, you miss those voices. And I met your wife a few times, lovely lady. And I was like, Joe, don't do it, big dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay home.
I appreciate you for those words of advice. Kobe, right? And 2020, man.
Crazy, right?
It set off with Kobe. And what's the story we might have never heard about you and Kobe, It could be a fun story, whatever, but something we never heard of you and Kobe. Because
Well,
as far as I'm concerned, it's Shaq and Kobe.
the crazy thing is people thought we fought every day. We never fought. We had one little scuffle, but other than that, so he had a guy that he would say something to in the paper. And you know me, you say something about me in the paper, I'm coming back. That's just how it is. But as you see when we played on the court, we was always together. And I was always the type, look, I'm going to play, do my job, make my money, and go home. I wasn't the type of guy that's going to call guys and go out to dinner and do all that. So it's not like, and because you know, people think you got to be best friends to win. No, you just got to respect each other. Like I know when I get double teamed, I know who to look for first. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, the spike, because, you know, I respect him, I respect his game. So, you know, people thought we really had problems. We didn't. It's just, you know, two bullheaded guys, two hardcore rappers that want to go first. Nah, this beat is tight. I'm gonna set it up. No, let me set up. So that, you know, that's all it was. But I just hate the fact that I didn't get a chance to say anything to him before he passed. And that's why when I was on TNT, I was like, listen, man, no matter if you ain't close, you ain't talking to nobody. If you want to say something to somebody, say it now. Don't hold back. So I'm trying to get better at that. Just, you know, calling people. You know, ever since he passed away,
Kenny said the other day that you tell him you love him now.
all the time.
Yeah, because you know, shout out
Yeah,
to
all the
Kenny
time.
Smith, and what a beautiful guy. And guess what, y'all be, and I could curse this my show. Y'all be fucking with my man Chuck, but I fuck with Chuck, man. Yo, nah,
Hey, man.
Charles Barkley, my guy.
You gotta get one of these, though, Joe.
No rings, Barkley.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. You gotta get one of these, though, dog, before you talk that craziness to me.
Y'all be feeling so bad for Chuck sometimes. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, they want to kill this man. This man, y'all be killing him, man.
And, you know, Chuck is like that. Chuck is like that older brother I never had. Crazy thing is, me and Chuck had a scuffle. I swung, missed. He flipped me over, whatever.
He threw the ball at you. He threw the ball at you.
Yeah, remember that? So I swung and missed. Bro, as soon as I get to the locker room, the Houston security had me a phone. It's Charles' mama and my mama on a two-way. They had been best friends for 20 years before that. I didn't even know. So they both of them said, y'all need to stop that. I already talked to Charles. He going to meet you in the highway. You give him a hug. You give him a hug. Y'all cut that out. So, you know, I ain't going to disrespect your mama. So I said, hey, man, my bad. He said, my bad. We gave him a hug, and it was over. But I finally seen my mom and his mom interaction, and it's the same thing. They be sitting there playing cards. You can't play no spade. You know, they be talking, having fun, eating ribs. But it was all love. So that's how me and Chuck relationship. We can go hard like we're going to fight, but that ain't going to never happen because Charles is my older brother.
Life after basketball has been extremely good to you. I see you on these commercials, whether you got back pain, whether you with the general, you at the pizza shop. Yo, Shaq, you make a lot of money after basketball.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The #1 show.
I don't know what you're talking about, Don Carter.
All right, I'm sorry about that. Yes, sir. I'm sorry about that. Shaq, I'm sorry about that. But Shaq, it really has been good to you, body-wise, right? Because me, I just hit a milestone. I just turned 50. I work out every day, but my shit hurt. My bones hurt, my knees. You know, my brother Rich, he played football 15 years. When he gets up out the chair, it looks like he's dying. Like, you know, like an athlete, they pay you a lot of money, but your body, shout out to DJ Khaled says, Shaq, you a real one. You know, I know you know Khaled since he was a kid in Orlando.
My man. My guy.
And
Khaled kept me informed of all the music. He really did. Like, you know, being in Orlando playing, you had to concentrate on ball, but Khaled would come in every day and be like, yo, I got this new Fat Joe. I got this new Mobb Deep. So shout out to Khaled. I'm very proud of Khaled. He's come a long way. But, yeah, going to what you're saying, yeah, the body does hurt. I'm at a point now where I'll be looking at all these youngsters in their six-pack. I'm trying to get back to that. My thing is, as long as my belly don't hang over my shirt, I'm cool, but I could do a little better. So I'm trying to get back to where I can at least put my shirt up and have a 6-pack, 4-pack. It's hard because listen, I love my Sprite, I love my fried chicken, I love my macaroni, and I love my sandwiches. But it's hard, so I'm gonna try to get back to it one day. But as long as I don't get big, I'll be all right.
Shaq, let me tell you something, man. Food is an addiction. And we all got problems. I went to get me a crab soup at Joe Stone Crab today, and it smelled like the greatest fried chicken I ever smelled in my life in there. I had to run out of there with a crab soup because I've been on a real diet. But let me tell you something, man. That fried chicken, is something different.
Ain't it, man?
Yo, it's something different, Shaq.
So look, I'm the type, right? Like I'll do a diet for like 2 days, and then I'll cheat. I eat some chicken. I'll be like, oh, I guess I'll start my diet tomorrow.
Yo, you crazy. Yo, Shaq, let me tell you something. Nori, God bless the dead. Pun. This is one of the illest hip hop stories I ever heard. So God bless the dead. Pun passed. But before Pun had passed, we had put him like in a weight loss program in North Carolina, Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
And so he was in there. They keep you in there, and you lose weight. He was losing a lot of weight. So Nori had a show there. And so he calls up Nori and says, yo, you going to be in North Carolina and not come see me? So Nori comes see him in the facility. They let Pun ride with him in the car. So then Nori goes, yo, Pun, what's up? Where you want to go? And Pun's like, yo, twin, let's go to KFC. And he's like, yo, Nori's like, yo, KFC. He's like, yeah, twin, I know how to eat now. They taught me how to eat. So Nori don't know nobody. He said, you sure? So Nori takes him to KFC, buys him a bucket of chicken, and Pun tells him, as long as you take off the skin, twin, it's like grilled chicken. So they tore that bucket down. By the time they went back to the facility, Nori said they had security in the front and the boss of the thing, and he told Nori, you reek of fried chicken and marijuana. You're never welcome here again.
That's funny. Hey, what's crazy about Pun? Before I met him, I was watching the interview, and you said he used to be a model. And then, I saw the pictures, I was like, well, yo, that was crazy. He was a good-looking dude. He really was.
He was a real good-looking dude.
He was. He really was.
Even big, he was handsome, but when he was slim, he was like, I was telling somebody that yesterday. I was like, yo, Pun was just like, he's a real good-looking dude. And you know what's crazy?
Before we get started, shout out to the BX 174 Peter Guns Soundview. What's happening?
Guns.
You know it. Big Jim.
About Pun, let me tell you something about Pun. Pun, he was slim. So Fat Joe always been fat, right? Pun was slim, and Pun used to be dead nice in basketball, dunk moves and everything.
Seriously?
No, I swear to God. Yes, when he was slim, he used to dunk. He used to have spin moves, crossover, everything. But let me tell you this story. When Pun got big, we would play 5-on-5 with guys. He would post in the bottom and stand there. We would feed him the ball almost like Shaq. But even though he was big, his game was still a skinny guy's game.
Right.
So he'd turn around and spin on him. He'd turn around and they'd be like, yo, how does this big guy do this? And it was just because he was slim at first and he already had a handle. He was nice.
Right.
He was just big now. So Pun could really play basketball.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you a question. The Rucker, the Blackout, Jay-Z, Rockefeller against Terror Squad. I've never asked you this.
You did ask me one time to play, remember?
No, I asked you to play, but the rumor everywhere is you was playing for Jay-Z that day.
No. What happened was you had called me because you heard I was in New York, and I told you I ain't had no shoes. Remember?
I called you to play for me.
Yeah, you did. You did. No,
I'm saying in the championship, they be trying to say that Jay-Z and them had Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I never got Yeah, no, I never got contacted by Jigga Man.
Ah!
No, you was the only one. You was the only one that called me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And and I always thought to this day that's a joke for a moment for a lifetime. Cause even in the movie, they got a movie called A Blackout. They say Shaquille O'Neal was coming with Jay-Z and I was just like, damn, Shaq, how you gonna do me like that? Like you my brother, man. Like, you know,
Nah.
that shit, yo, that shit was legendary. And let me tell you something, that game, Shaq, I'm not gonna lie to you. We had hiding out. We had Allen Iverson and Mike Bibby at their prime down at 57th Street playing spades. They were supposed to come in after the first quarter.
Right.
We had Carmelo. We
Damn.
had Stephon when he was at his prime. We had Amari Stoudemire. We had Zach Randolph.
Damn.
Yo, no, with the Matrix. Who? The Matrix. Yo, we was Al Harrington. We was mobbed up. And so they was like, yo, Jay's coming with Shaq. Jay's, and I'll tell everybody, I'll tell Jay-Z and OG1, if y'all had Shaq, y'all gonna win. But if you ain't got Shaq, we was gonna win. And right now you just confirmed you was not there.
Nah, I wasn't there.
Wasn't he on the radio though? That's crazy. Yo, let me tell you. Yo, Shaq,
Tell him I said what up.
Hey,
Joe Crack, what's cracking?
No way, man.
You already
yo,
know.
What you doing? Yo, how you everywhere I look?
Hey man, I'm all over the place. Time to
bro,
separate the real from the phony. The name is Ro Paris, bro. Act like you know me.
Everybody want to be a rapper.
Guy,
hey, you ain't got to get your ass out.
Yo, Shaq, you know that's my guy. Ro Paris.
Yep, that's my boy right there.
Oh, that's my guy, man. Yo, Ro, man. Breaking news, joke for a moment, Ro.
Hey, I already know it's a joke for moment. We ain't never heard that before. Hey, we ain't never heard that, but we only get it from Joe Crack on the Fat Joe Show, baby.
The big
show.
Yo, Shaq, let me tell you something, man. Shaq.
All right, boy, like.
My brother, I love you. I know you got to get back to work. Throw the suit on. Who do you got? Do you got the Miami Heat over Milwaukee?
Well, I'm the reason why I'm looking at you and looking back and forth because it's a close game right now. I think Milwaukee's up by 1. If Miami win this game today, they're gonna be up 3 over. It's over.
Oh, it's over.
All right, score is Milwaukee 99, Miami 98, 4:36 to go. So the fact that Milwaukee can't put them away means trouble for Milwaukee. Really does. But I was going to say in the finals, I would have liked to see LeBron versus Giannis, but don't look like Giannis going to get there right now if they don't win this game.
Nah, he ain't going to get there. And let me ask you a question. The Steve Nash move. The Steve Nash move in Brooklyn. What do you think of Steve Nash as a coach?
I never know he wanted to be a coach. He's a great guy, a great person. Listen, you know what I know is all about who you know. And Sean Marks played with Steve. He's running things up in Brooklyn now, so he took care of his guy. I would have liked to see Mark Jackson get a shot.
Me too. I love Steve Nash. Steve Nash is an amazing guy. He's a beautiful person, but I want why do they keep fronting on Mark Jackson?
That's what I'm saying. I wanted either Mark Jackson, B. Shaw, Ty Lue, who has championship experience.
Yo, let me tell you something, Shaq. I was borderline thinking about crossing the train track from the Knicks.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, yo, Shaq.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Stop.
Shaq.
Don't do that to me.
Yo, no, I'm not doing it. Yo, Shaq, I'm not
don't
doing
do
it.
that.
Yo, Shaq, I'm not doing it. I just want to put some heat on the motherfucking Knicks' ass. Yo, man, why we can't get Mark Jackson as the coach?
I don't know.
Oh,
I wish I had an answer for you. I don't know.
Shaq, Miami. I'm going to let you go, Shaq.
Miami 102, Milwaukee 99.
There you go. Shaq, let me ask you a question. Your top 5, dead or alive. Give it to
Rap,
me and I'll let you go.
rappers.
Yes.
I don't want to do that because I'm friends with all you guys. And these days, when stuff comes out, people take it a little personal. And I don't ever want to be personal. Listen, I love all of y'all, so I don't want to rank it. But since you answered asked the question, at the point guard, you got Little Weezy.
Woo!
At the shooting guard, I got
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yes, sir. Weezy Eminem.
At the small forward, I got Jay-Z.
Woo!
At the 4, I got Pac.
You got Pac at the 4.
Yes, I got Pac at the 4, and I got Big at the 5.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but hold on. My old school 80s team. Ready? Big Daddy Kane at the point.
Big Daddy Kane too big for the point,
Yes.
but I know
Nah,
Big
but
Daddy.
hold on. Bron, he's 6'9". Yeah, he like
Okay,
Bron. Yeah,
okay.
Magic.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. LL at the 2.
Woo!
You at the 3.
Ah!
Big Pun at the 4.
Oh!
And at the 5, I'm gonna go with unconventional 5. Ready? Too Short.
Oh man, Too Short a living legend. I wish I was too short.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
That's no bullshit. I wish I was too short.
but see, that's why I don't want to answer this question because I left out so many amazing guys.
Yeah, but it's all right.
E40.
It's just fun, Shaq.
Yeah, but I don't. But listen, this is me and you talking. We got a lot of views. All it takes is one person to say, "Shaq said this rapper's bet." Like I never do that. You know what I mean?
No. Let me
So
ask
no.
you a question, Shaq. Damian Lillard.
Nice.
I like that, my brother.
And that little thing for me, that was fun. Cause you know what?
That's just fun. I know that, Shaq.
Cause you know what? I felt like you. It took me back to when I was little. Fat Joe got a Dookie chain. I'm gonna go down to the flea market. It ain't gonna be real, but my shit gonna be like Fat Joe. My shit gonna be like Daddy Kane. So it put me in a moment to where I felt like I was somebody else for a while. So, but you know, me and him talk all the time. It wasn't nothing personal. It was fun. But yeah, he nice.
He nice, and I like
Yeah,
him
he
a
nice.
lot. All right, Shaq. Yo, Shaq, God bless you, man. I love you. I thank you for coming on the big
All
show.
right, boy. I love you too.
This is, yo, Shaq, do me something. I want you to say, this is Shaq Diesel, and this is the big.
Ready for war, Joe? How you want a bloody spot? I know this dude got caught. Goddamn it, he talking to cops. I've been a fan of the Diesel is ready. Since MVD from Italy, I do them dudes while he's serving spaghetti. Everybody hit the fucking floor, Joey crack, buck them all. If you move, please shoot that fucking hole. Then in the middle of Little Lily, little did he know that we riddles a middleman who didn't do diddly.
It's Shaq Diesel on the big show.
All right, boy.
I love you, Shaq. You got to click off, though. You got to click off.
Got it. It'll be a cold day. Hell day. I'll take it out.
Yo, Shaq, I love you, brother.
All right, love you
Thank
too,
you
boy.
so much.
All right,
You got to
peace.
click off. I can't click off. You got to
All right,
click off.
I got you.
The Diesel. You don't know who I know. Next week, Monday night, Nick Cannon. Next week, Tuesday night, D-Wade. Next week, Wednesday night, Doja Cat. Next week, Thursday night, A-Rod. Play with me. Inspiration. I want everybody to get the biggest checks in the game. I'm here now. Journalism, hip-hop, basketball, fitness, fly shit. Nobody got nothing on me. It's the biggest show in the game. Guys don't know who I know. You're not even close. beat me to the bag because you was first. Watch the bags I'ma get. Watch the bags I'ma get. Let me see big. OG1. Papito, te tengo que llamar. Creo que usted tenía Shaquille. No lo tenieron. Didn't have him. All this time I'm thinking I'm losing at the Rucker. You got Shaq. No, papito. I got my answer. Big. Yo, hey, yo, Timbo the King. I am killing these people. Shout out to Shirley Jones. Night over Egypt. I'm going to click off and come back with Ted Smooth. I have to click off. Otherwise, they won't let me keep it because we playing music. These are Instagram rules, not mine. See you in 2 minutes.